Good morning, Lanaya. I'm sorry I couldn't get back to you earlier. I was out of town yesterday, so we needed to go to DC, as a matter of fact, for a day trip for the conference. So I'm trying to answer your questions in regards to 5.1 and 5.2 homeworks. Then I will send this to you on an email. Then I will write on the email that how much of an extension I can give it to you. So problems for 5.1, right? So you need to use it, or you need to think about those probabilities generally. Any probability distribution problems. How do we find the mean and how do we find the standard deviation of a probability distribution? That's what you need to think of when you look at it. So that probability distribution is not a continuous normal distribution or is not a binomial distribution. We only, if it is a probability distribution, I checked up the questions on 5.1. If it is a probability distribution, meaning that the probabilities are adding up to 1, each and every probability is between 0 and 1, then you need to use the formulas, explain slides between 17 and 25. Remember, we've done it in class. That was an employment satisfaction survey. So if you look at those slides in the PowerPoints, that's going to help you, right? So you're not going to use the binomial comments there. Now, problems in 5.2, homework problems. So I pull up a problem, and I have also pull up my formula sheet there. This multicolor binomial comments needs to go to your note card. So for instance, the problem here that I pull up, question number 3, assume that when adults with smartphones are randomly selected, 54% use them in meetings or classes. If 20 adult smartphone users randomly selected, find the probability that exactly 2 of them. So first you write down those values as what they mean. So we have 20 adults, that's our n, sample size, 54%, that will be our p. Evidently or consequently, q will be 1 minus p, which is 0.46. We're not using q in binomial, but in future we are going to use that. So I will try to stem the idea of knowing q, what that means. And then since they are saying exactly here, so this will be the formula that I'm going to choose from my formula sheet, exactly. And this will be the formula that I'm going to use, MPA. And this is what you're going to enter Excel. And when you enter it Excel, let me point that out. This is the formula. Okay, let me get my Excel to the screen. Let me see if I can do that. Nope. Then I move. All right, just 1 second. All right. Okay. So when I enter it on my Excel, as you see here, right, N, P, and A value, Excel is producing this value. And MyStatLab is asking you round to 4 decimal places. So I'm taking 155 instead of 2. After 2, I have 5. I'm entering it as like this here written. Then that's the correct answer. All right, so this was a solution for question 3. And remember, those numbers and P's and exact 12 are the questions from my example. You will have different numbers. All right, so question 4. It's a binomial.thisRange problem again. So our probability is 51%. I'm extracting that knowledge from the problem. 8 adults. Now they're saying that at least 2. At least 2 means that 2 and more. So I'm going back to my formula sheet, this green one. I need to initiate MPAN. So my n is 8, p is 51%, a is 2, a is the number here, 2, and then I need to use n again. I need to enter that onto my Excel here. I enter that. Okay, So Excel is giving me 0.9690. So MyStatLab is asking with the 4 decimal places. I've entered exactly as it is, and it was check. All right, next problem, problem number 5. With different numbers, binom this.range problem. So 58%, 11 adults. Now fewer than 3. Now 3 is not included, fewer than 3. Okay, this is what fewer than 3 means. Okay, and 11.58. That will be my binom.thisRange formula, because for fewer than 3, I have something else here, this orange one. It is different than blue one. Blue one is a maximum 3. It means that 3 can be included, but it could be at most 3. Right? So you really need to understand that. So fewer than 3 and at most 3. That's different. All right. So then you get that into that binom.thisRange formula. I put it on my Excel. Excel produced this, as you see here. Then I'm taking 4 places to decimal, 0086. Actually, it needs to be 87. This is how MyStatLab wanted. And then it accepted my answer. Hopefully this helps. I will write you the extension time of quiz 5. Yes, this is tied to quiz 5. Okay. Bye. See you in class on Monday.